So one of the things I find myself doing is working alongside of area pastors and area churches just to help them think well about how to do faith and work integration within their context in a really incarnational and localized sense for their church. I had coffee with a pastor this morning. He said, well, tell me what are some of the next steps in terms of helping me to learn about and then to think about this for preaching for my people. And I said, well, a lot of times people will take and they'll offer one sermon on theology of work, and that's a starting point, and it does catalyze interest in your people. But maybe one of the better ways to think about this is to understand that our job in the church is really to be thinking about whole life discipleship for our people. And it just so happens that a massive amount of one's whole life is spent in their workplaces, contributing to the industries they're a part of. Work of all types that aren't fiscally or remunerated. So we're thinking about the whole of our lives, and so much of that is work. So why don't you, instead of just thinking about the theology of work, a sermon, or the series, think about all of your preaching and all of your teaching and what your small group curriculums are doing. And then begin to look to see how those texts are supporting and creating implication for people in their work lives. And a resource to help do that really, really well is to have amongst the commentaries, most people probably have two or three that are go-to commentaries for them in their research. Have one that's really is really pushing you towards implications for your people. And the theology of work commentary in particular will help give you basically a set of lenses to translate between people's working lives and the context that they're in there with the biblical texts. So that was my encouragement even this morning over a cup of coffee with a pastor in terms of how to take a resource like this and use it really well on behalf of their people.